Alright guys, this is Thad Engel and I'm here to show you how to start the EOS software for the lighting computer. Once you've logged in, you go over to the ETC icon, double click it. Right here there will be a button that says primary on your version because you've got the ETC gadget connected to it, which means you have DMX control. I don't have DMX control, so I'm going to click offline, but you're going to click the button here that says primary. That will bring this EOS ETC Nomad software up. If you're setting up for Sunday morning service, First Unity service should say this up here. If it doesn't say that up here, you would go down here to where this icon is to open this up. You go to File, then you go to Open, you go Show Archive, and then you would click on First Unity, and then you would click on this First Unity service right here. I'm already set into that, so I'm not going to click on it. And then you would click this down and that brings you into here. So go to Q1. In order to get that, you click Control G, which brings up the go to. Control G, 1, enter. That's going to move this over to Q1. Now if your lights don't turn on, what you're going to do is you're going to look over to the left of your computer. Off to the side there's a little black box with a USB cable. It's called the ETC gadget. Unplug the gray USB cable from that gadget for 2 seconds and then plug it back in, and then if the lights don't come on in a couple of seconds, you're going to want to call me. If you are running a service, a Sunday morning service, the Q1 is for when everybody walks in, when the band's playing, as the congregation walks in and finds their seats. You hit the space bar and it will take you to Q3 when somebody goes up on stage to talk. That will bring up the service lights, so your on-stage lights will be on, and you can leave it like that till after the peace song at the end of the service. When the band starts, the band in the universe voices start singing their reprise of whatever song they're reprising that day after the peace song, go ahead and hit the space bar one more time, and that'll bring up the Q4, which is your end of show cue. And once the band is done and the vocals list are done, and if the band's playing or if they're waiting for everybody to leave, go ahead and click the space bar again, which takes you into Q5 while the congregation leaves. If you are in first service and then you're setting up for second service, at this point, Control G, 1, enter will take you back to Q1. And then you do the same thing and again. So once you get down to Q5, after the second service is over, you can then hit the space bar again, and that'll take you to Q6, which will then take all the lights off. Once the lights turn off, go down here to this up arrow, which will become a down arrow when you click on it, and then hit the exit button. It'll ask you if you really want to quit, and you say OK, and that will turn off the software. And then this little thing will pop up, and you can close that out too. And then from there you can go ahead and log out of the computer, or you can leave the computer on, depending on what we decide to do. And this will be the protocol for turning the board on and off for Sunday morning service. And if you're using the software for a service that doesn't have its own file, you go into the Unity service again, First Unity service, and then instead of clicking to 1, go Control G, 3, enter, and that will bring your standard stage lights up for whatever is being used for the show. If you are a scheduled event, like we're eventually going to have a set of cues for Wednesday night meditation, or if there's a special event happening that we have a special set of cues for, they will all be down here, and they will be saved under the File, Open, Show File Archive. There'll be a folder list. This one says First Unity Service. The computer at the church already has one for the 29th event, and then we'll make one that'll have a folder for Unity meditations and whatnot. So there'll be a specific folder for that stuff. You just click on the archive and then open up the service folder, and that will bring up the specific set of cues for that service, and you can go from there. Eventually we will have an iPad which we'll be able to run all these cues from. once we get the app for that. And then for the meditation services, once you're logged in and loaded up, you can use the iPad to change the cues from wherever you are. Again, once you're done, go down here, click exit, OK, and then once this pops up here, clear that out, and then log out of the computer. Alright, thanks for asking. If you guys have any problems or any questions, feel free to give me a call. Thanks.